Hello everybody, I'm Storm here. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Online Endwalker. In the last episode, we got news that the upgraded warding scales were ready, the artificial Atomos was ready, and so we headed down into the bounty, got into the Void Gate, opened the Void Gate, and proceeded through. When we arrived, we found ourselves in the Fell Court of Troya, fought our way through this loading castle area, and eventually ran into Samiglione, because how they pronounce that. The Archfiend of Earth fought and defeated it, and now we need to explore the area now that we're relatively secure. So, let's talk to Varshan and see what is next on the agenda. The warning scale exhibits no change. It should be safe to remain here and begin our search. But whither now? I would sense Ashdaya were she remotely near, but there is nothing. Might you not call to her? Let her know that you have come. Alas, this vessel is not capable of calling across vast distances. For that, I require my true form. And even were it possible, a dragon's call is born upon ether. 'Tis liable to draw more void sent to us. I see. In any case, there's little exploration to be done while we are confined to this isolated castle. Suppose we begin by learning what we can from the castle's occupants. An understanding of their ways may prove useful to our cause. Very well, let's hope a few of them are capable of speech. Let all remain vigilant while we go about our inquiries. We reconvene afterwards. All right. Let's chat with the Void Scent. Nope, this one's not capable of speech. When the creature snarls and glares at you, it's unlikely that you will learn anything from it. A watchful Void Scent. What enticing ether you have. Give me some, give me some. Oh, if only I were stronger, I'd be able to eat you. Fine, fine. I'll find someone else to eat. While able to communicate, this one seems to think only of feeding. Better to take your inquiries elsewhere. Forlorn Void Scent. The mistress's eyes are beauteous, sublime. To bask in her gaze is bliss. But now she's gone. Never again will I feel her gaze. No mistress, no orders. What am I to do now? What am I to do now? The creature mutters endlessly to itself, not sparing you so much as a glance. Fearful Void Scent. Sir, if I obey, please don't eat me. A dragon? What's that? Does it taste good? I don't know anything about it. Don't know about anything. But the one we caught recently, they seem to know lots. We threw them in the dungeon, but clever ones are tasty. They might have been eaten already. You've learned all you can from this Void Scent. If you look in the dungeon, you may be able to find the clever one it mentioned. Alright, let's find our way to the dungeon. I have nothing to share. While those I approached had no will to fight, neither were they capable of holding a conversation worth the name. My experience was much the same. Lower-rung voidsent tend to have lower intelligence, 'twould seem. A pity. Scarmiglione is dead. He was talkative, at least. What of you? Well, there's someone in the dungeons. A clever voidsent in the dungeon. That would be the area in which we emerged. Indeed. Let's take ourselves back there and find this voidsent, preferably before its fellows make a meal of it. The dungeon, then. Alright, let's head back down. Now, passing through here, I did not notice all these statues. Interesting. A Trojan knight. I can't survive without someone to give me ether, but where, oh, where will I find a new master? The voidsent are basically the same thing that happens to people when they're exposed to darkness, in the same way that the Sin Eaters were transformed people were exposed to light. Trojan doorkeeper. Pray we caught our weakened in the dungeon before being served up for the mistress. Tenderizing, she called it, and that's the way she used to like it. Now the Sin Eaters were basically mindless. Makes some sense, since they were infused with light or stasis. Whereas these are infused with darkness, you know, which is aligned for growth. So they become these crazed fiends. All right. A Trojan manservant. Alright, let's see what you have to say. There's only one dungeon here, we call it the fourth. The mistress's orders. But the mistress is gone, and her orders with her. Rats can infest this castle for all I care. Trojan jailer. No one comes and goes from this dungeon without permission. For you, though, I'll make an exception. Go on, go. Gargoyles. Trojan warden. Food for the mistress's consumption is kept in these cells. With the mistress devoured, we're free to help ourselves. The clever one is strong. Another warden went in to devour the clever one, but he hasn't come back out. Ah, oh, would you look at that? Vistidian? I mislike the feel of this. Stay on your guard. Ishtola. There appears to be someone within. Barshan. Could this be the clever void sense? Dark-robed void sense.
You.
Oh, you're familiar.
You are the friend.
You're the void sent bound to Xenos.
I see it now. The bottomless darkness. The insatiable hunger. The aura was present when we faced him in Garlemald.
How did it come to be here?
When Xenos died, its connection to the source was severed. It was forced to return to the void.
Xenos. Yes, that was his name. And you are the friend, are you not?
Is that Hydaelyn's crystal?
Well now. Hello there.
But how?
Good question.
The light just now. Of course. And thus I am returned.
What do you mean, returned? Who are you?
I was once bound to the man named Xenos. His avatar, until you killed him.
Avatar, as in the void-sent servants of Reapers. In the name of his hunt, Xenos took up that traditional Garlean art. And through it, he forged a covenant with a being of the void to lend him strength.
Covenant? A curse, more like. He stole my power. There was no equity in the arrangement. My very essence was altered, twisted into a tool to serve his desires.
Your previous appearance. This is your true form, then.
Perhaps, perhaps not. What does it matter?
Indeed, it doesn't. Regardless of your form, you are a void sent by nature. So answer me this. Are you our enemy too?
In this world, only a fool would attempt to devour a stronger being. And though it was as an avatar, I lost to you once, I have no desire to lose again.
Good enough for me.
Now, you will answer me a question. Xenos called you friend. That's what you are? A friend?
In a sense. Well, I guess we'll give our name, strictly speaking.
So, you're not a friend. Then... what is it? What is a friend?
I guess we follow. Right, Varshan. I assume the dungeon was reserved for those intended for the mistress's consumption. That's the gist we got. It is fortunate that we came here when we did. Fateful, even. Justinian. Xenos' avatar, eh? What are the odds? We still know little about her, but for now I'm glad we found someone who can do more than moan for ether. Alright. What do you have to say? When I served Xenos, my mind was shrouded in haze, but one thing was always clear, his obsession with the friend. What the word means, I do not know exactly. I know only that it referred to you, and that yours was an important existence. Alright. You're still up. As much as one might expect the unexpected, I doubt any of us could have foreseen this turn of events. She seems different from other Voidsent, at least those we've met, and the change we witnessed, I suspect is due to your crystal purging the SS darkness within her. Even so, she still harbors a great deal of darkness. I'm very keen to hear what she can tell us about herself, about her world. Alright, do I need any foods? I mean, I could use some, probably. I guess I'll take the beef stroganoff. Alright. So I doubt you came to the dungeon by pure chance. What is it that you're after? We're looking for a Voidsent with whom we could converse, in the course of which we learned of you. We are visitors to this world and know little and less of its workings and ways. We'd be grateful if you could tell us about it, about yourself. So it's information you seek. What do you offer for it? I beg your pardon? Voidsent do not give unless we stand to gain. If you desire something, you pay the price. That's the sole rule in this world you call the Void. That makes sense. Pray forgive our ignorance. But what could be acceptable as payment? I suspect that such coin as we carry has no value here. The Voidsent crave one thing alone, ether. In return for information, I offer you mine, but not all of it, mind you. I still have need of my life. Very well, I will tell you no more than you can afford to pay. And we have a bargain. If we're to talk about the Void, let us go outside. Let's do so outside. Come with me. Alright, back outside then. Phila, you needn't worry for me. My life force is a small price to pay for her knowledge, and I will recover it quickly enough once we return home. We cannot allow you still to bear the burden alone. When next the opportunity arises, I will offer my own ether. Astidian. Their one rule is no different from that of many in our own world. It's those like Alphino who are a rare breed. Alright. What's up?
This is where I belong. My home. This endless darkness you call the Void. There was once light here, and it shone its warmth upon creation. The lands were green and the seas were blue. Life flourished. Before the war, the Contra Memoria.
It must have been a terrible war indeed.
It shattered the balance, causing darkness to engulf the world. All life was transformed into monstrosities, void-sent. We are the natural order now.
As light begat sin-eaters, darkness begat void-sent.
The sun was driven from the sky as fleeting day yielded to endless night. In time, even land and sea lost their distinction. And though the spark of reason had died in us, driven by memory's shadow, we formed factions and carved out domains. This castle, for instance, its erstwhile lord must have abided in such a place once upon a time.
If I may, the darkness in you is too much for any man to harbor. To my eyes, you are indeed a void-sent. Yet your knowledge of the past and your demeanor mark you apart from your brethren. You are different. That much is plain. But in what way, I am unsure.
As you say, I am void-sent, but only in part. The darkness touched my mother when the war had only just begun, when I was still in the womb. As a child, I looked like any other, but darkness coursed through me, and I ceased to age when I'd become a woman grown. But that was then. And now, I may as well be one in full. I prey on the weak and serve the strong. I live to survive. Nothing more.
Forgive me. 'Twas not my intent to pry. I realize, too, that I've neglected to ask your name.
I was wondering that myself.
As we say mortal, you may call me void-sent.
That is liable to cause confusion. If you are not averse, we would address you by your true name.
And call me what you will. I care not.
How about Zero?
Zero, huh?
Meaning nothing. A name as fitting as any.
No, not nothing, but rather a beginning. For it remains to be seen what you will become to us.
As I said, I care not. Zero, then.
That works. Well, here's to a fruitful partnership.
Partnership? Are you saying you wish to strike a bargain?
Well, Zero, while there is no end to the questions we could ask, It is only fair that we tell you our purpose in coming here. We are searching for a dragon. One who came to your world long ago.
A dragon?
Yes. Ajdaya is her name, and she is my sister. If you have any knowledge of her, I beg you share it with us.
It's like someone's not completely dead.
Did you say something?
No?
I thought I heard a voice as well. The keening of void scent, perhaps.
All right, Stola. No one seems to be nearby, and perhaps it was just a trick of the wind. If all is out of the ordinary, I should like to hear more from Zero. I can't imagine there are many part void scent like her who remember the world as it was. Estinian. We may have subdued the void scent here, but I doubt they'll remain that way. Remain vigilant. And Zero. Beginning. A curious notion in the world where all has come to an end. Alright, Barshan. I must say, we are rather exposed here. Perhaps we should continue the conversation within the castle. The throne room is defensible, given its few points of ingress. Let us head back there. Moving wasn't part of the bargain. I'll comply, but I expect my payment promptly. You'll have it as soon as we've arrived. Alright, back to that throne room. Now I wonder if the void scent will actually have anything new to say. Should probably check. Oh. Not those. Nope, nope, they don't have anything new to say. Well, I guess when I get to the throne room, I'll be back. Alright. Here we are. And it's looking like this is going to be a solo instance. Stola. We'll see to the payment, and then we may ask Zero what she knows about Ajdaya. Barshan. All appears unchanged here. I feel eyes on us. Stay alert. Upon proceeding, several cutscenes will play in sequence, so be it. Mission, you will be required to participate in battle. Your progress will be saved at certain points. Yeah. Okay. Let's go.
This place is as good as any. Let me have the ether now.
Very well.
You're mine! That I should miss my mark.
That fiend again? But we struck it down, watched it die.
Fools. Death doesn't exist in this world. And I am free to return whensoever I please.
Death doesn't exist. Of course, in the first, the power of light, of passivity, prevents life from emerging in the empty.
Right.
But in the 13th, the power of darkness, of activity, prevents life from finding rest, even should soul be separated.
Oops.
So unless one's essence is absorbed by another, it is possible to return again and again.
Your ether. It is reminiscent of that creature's. Ah, my mouth waters at the memory.
What?
I must devour you too. Yes, I must. Ye drifting souls, by my power be reborn!
If it's another death they want, I say we give it to them.
If you could lend us a hand, we'd be much obliged.
That you would. But you already owe me a debt, and until you make good on it, I won't lift a finger. We'll speak after you've won. But know that if you lose, I'll help myself to your ether.
That a bothersome duty should deliver to me this lavish feast.
All right.
Come, struggle with all your might. It will make you that much richer and tastier.
We'll deal with the minions first.
Every soul in this domain serves me now. Come, feast upon their flesh.
The castle answers his call.
Come on.
We'd do well to break up this feast quickly.
Then let's see these guests on their way.
They're probably close enough that I can go into AoE. Alright, we'll pick them off one at a time. Easy enough.
Behold the power of the Archfiend of Earth!
He hastens their regeneration.
We are deathless!
Get out of there.
Defeat that which cannot die.
Come on.
are all you.
More of them.
This bodes ill.
All right then.
Our foe has too great an advantage.
We need to drag him out of this damnable beast. Quickly, stand together!
There's no end in sight.
All right.
A retreat may be in order.
When will you learn? No matter what you do, you cannot hope to win.
You never know until you try, and I'm always happy to experiment.
Zero! Is there no way to stop them from coming back?
There is, but I have no reason to share it with you.
You know, Zero, you do owe us for one thing. Your name. You'll have your promised ether, but we are owed compensation for your name.
Interesting.
A name for which I did not ask. But that I nevertheless did accept.
A crystal.
They've been crystallized.
Well now, that's quite the trick.
Condensing their ether into a solid form.
Satisfied?
Completely.
Come, my friends. With Zero's aid, we can defeat him.
What is this? What have you done?
Now that I think on it, you owe me a debt as well. You may have missed your mark, but I won't miss mine.
All right, let's get to it.
However incurred, a debt is a debt. I will repay it here and now.
All right, you picked up the tank. All right, good.
She can turn void scent into crystal.
For this is power.
You must tremble before my truth threat.
Can't we just give her these guys ether?
Attend to the minions first. Be gone.
All right.
That's far enough.
There's knockback. We don't have any walls. Oh, not a very strong knockback.
Trickery will not save.
Reinforcements.
This will hurt.
Impressive.
Pathetic. Useless. Enough. Enough.
Things not going your way.
We cannot win without Zero. We must help her.
Oh.
Another debt to repay.
If I must deal with you first, I'll kill you all myself.
Finally getting serious, are we? Very well. Let us return the favor.
All right, now what? This again? I think not.
This magic! We must stop him now!
Everyone, to me!
All right, into the shell.
Give it everything you've got!
All right, got it.
Fools! return again and again. What? My flesh? Why won't it heal? What is the meaning of this? To seal ether in crystal. Memoria. But how? How can you have this power? Death has no place in this world. We are beyond it. And yet... Ah, Lord Golbez, you have sent me to my doom. Curse you and your wretched flattery, and this abominable fate.
Oh. Echo. Golbez.
You are welcome, seekers of might. I, Golbez, have called you four hither. I, who would see us triumph in the coming crusade. That I may entrust you with command of our armies.
Yes, but what of the promised gift? In exchange for our loyalty, we are to feast on the finest ether.
And so you shall, for if you are to serve me, you must be strong.
Then honor the pact, and pray we are not disappointed.
Very well. Behold.
The fiery wings, the savage horns. It pulses with life. Such vibrant ether.
Well, there's Ashdaya.
This magnificent creature could only come from beyond the veil.
Indeed. Feast, my friends. Feast and arise as my four arch-fiends. As they are now, they can consume but a fraction of the dragon's ether. Just as well, the creature may yet serve other ends.
Alright, so not completely consumed.
The Voidsent's essence remains, but it has been sealed away, transformed into crystal.
Memoria. Scarmelione called them. I take it they are connected to the war of which you spoke.
Aye. Their use was central to the Contra Memoria, hence its name. And to my knowledge, the transformation is permanent.
I see. We thank you for coming to our aid.
I repaid a debt, and in doing so ensured that I received my own due compensation, which I shall have now.
Yes, yes. I still have work to do, so I would thank you not to get carried away.
Ether is the coin of choice. I appreciate the simplicity.
That makes us even, I trust. Right then. When you picked up the crystal, you experienced a vision, did you not?
Yep.
A dragon resembling a great wyrm. I dare to hope that it was Ashdaya. Even as it pains me to think she's been made to suffer.
For the ambitions of this Golbez.
We've been given much to consider. Let us take a moment to review what we know.
Alright. Let's go over it. Barshan, if Golbez has Ashdaya at his mercy, then we must find him. Hopefully Zero has knowledge that will aid us in our search. Probably going to need to be paid as well for that. You vanquished one of Golbez's archfiends, but 3 remain, as troublesome as this one, I expect. Yes. There's nothing like the ether of a living mortal. I haven't felt so satisfied since my return. Alright, Stola. In light of our recent experiences, I expect we all have some questions. I trust Zero can answer some few of them. We should still be owed for at least that much, I dare say. Alright. What's up, Estinian? Ayame, you've come to the 13th before, yes? You fought Voidsent here. But clearly you didn't know they could regenerate, else you would have shared that detail beforehand. They seemed to stay dead at the time, yes. I doubt not that they did. There must be a reason why the ones you defeated did not return, in contravention of the natural order. Remember aught out of the ordinary? A silly magic like Zero's, perhaps? There are circumstances in which we're unable to return. If you like, I can tell you about this. Please do. The more you devour, the more powerful you grow, but in the process your essence is blended with those of your prey. If you were to lose your flesh, the souls you had come to harbor may break free and coalesce into distinct Voidsent once more. And before you yourself return, your own soul might be devoured by your enemies or your erstwhile prey, a fate more likely for stronger beings who require more time to regenerate. However, even assuming you survive the process, it's highly uncommon to return as you were. Yet, despite his great strength, Scarmiglione managed to resurrect rather swiftly. Are there others capable of the same? Not that I'm aware of. The attachment to his flesh must have been unique for him to develop such an ability. I believe we understand the fundamentals of rebirth now. If I may, I would ask you about your power. Will you tell us about it? What you saw should speak for itself. I can bind the ether of the soul in crystal. Many wielded this power during the Contra Memoria, but I'm the only one left. I'm told that heroes of the 13th once sealed gods in stones called Eorzea. Are they and Memoria one and the same? Eorzea. I do not know this word, but the world is vast, and perhaps Memoria had different names elsewhere, but does sound quite similar. How does one come to wield Memoria, and what happened to your peers? I never thought about that. I do know, though, that Voidsent can't use the power. I assume I can because I'm mortal in part. I see. Zero, I wish to ask you about the man called Golbez. He may well have my sister in his clutches. Is there aught you can tell us of him? The name sounds vaguely familiar, though I can't say how I know it. If he is powerful, however, someone in the castle may have heard of him. Then we must try talking to the other Voidsent again. Let us entrust a task to Ayame. Her echo will help facilitate communication. More importantly, she should be able to maintain her composure better than a concerned sibling. That I cannot deny. Forgive me, but we will ask about Golbez in my stead. On the terraces to begin with, perhaps. Thank you. We shall remain here and discuss what other avenues we might pursue in the meantime. Alright, I think this is probably a good spot to go ahead and stop for now. And we'll pick up here and ask about Golbez when we come back for next episode. So for now, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.